What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing another episode of the series where I rate your squads. If you guys are new to the channel, first of all, lads, subscribe. There's more My Team content than anywhere else, as well as give the most like tips and tricks videos for a bunch of different things in the My Team game mode. So anyway, firstly, if you guys want me to rate your teams, tweet me on Twitter with hashtag #RateMyTeam, and also follow me on Twitter at DBGYD_. And also, lads, preferably, I'm going to do these every Sunday. Preferably tweet me on Saturday or Sunday, because I do pick 10 random ones, but the reason is that I'm more likely to pick a squad. First of all, if there's a description. Second of all, if it does have the most up-to-date players, because, for example, if I picked one from, say, like Thursday, there's so many good cards came out Friday. All right, let's have a look. No money spent. Hawks Freelance. Fully badged Glenn and AK. Okay. You're halfway to McHale with 700k. Bob is Hoff Clamps and Hoff Rim Protector, willing to replace. Okay, the first person you need to replace in this team. And, I mean, if you've got all those badges on Bob, I mean, Bob's good, man. He's good. I don't know what gen you're on current gen. Oh, I don't know. I do like a Hoff Clamps player and a Hoff Rim Protector player, but also I also really like Thurl Bailey. Thurl Bailey, like, you've got 700k, like Thurl Bailey, and objectively speaking, just Brook Lopez or Chris Bosh are just better than Serge Ibaka. But either one of those are just way better than Serge Ibaka. Embry's really good. You know what? Gordon does a job. Badge Abeke is one of the best cards in the game. Camera is incredible. And you might be thinking, oh, I'm going to say get rid of Clay, but Clay does a job. If you don't need Clay for anything except defense and shooting, Clay does a really good job. However, if you do a bit more with Clay, like if you would rather someone go into the basket at 2, I would suggest Rudy Fernandez. Or actually, no, I wouldn't. Eddie Jones is 35k. Rudy Fernandez is like 55. No, get Eddie Jones. Get Eddie Jones for Clay. Like, even though, like, Clay's whatever, 10, 15, you only spend 20k extra. Get Eddie Jones. This team here, though, I mean, you got Wade, you got Embry, so, and badged up AK with Reddish, so I can't give it any lower than 8 out of 10. Pretty good. Okay. Murray is silver clams, Walter is gold range and a 3-point shoot. ISO at Murray, kicked open shooters, looking to upgrade back from small forward, don't have any MT. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look here. First of all, you need to get rid of Bol. Bol is the weak link on this team right now. I don't know what he goes for. You need to get rid of Bol. And your point guards are fine. Your 2 guards are fine. Your small forwards, I mean, Gerald Wallace and Siakam are fine at the 3 and the 4. It's Bol that needs to be changed, especially because you're on current gen. If you can find a way, like even an Ibaka is much better than Bol. I think there are any like 10k centers that are better than him. I mean, work a bit on MT. Like, you don't even have enough MT for contracts, so like it's hard. Maybe Thon, but Thon's not that much better than Bobo. There really isn't that many upgrades you can make. Like, even Bargnani maybe over Bobo for the same price, but I'm not sure what price those guys are at the minute. I mean, you're not getting better than Cliff for cheaper. Maybe sell Walter Davis. You should be able to get 70k-ish for him, at least. But no, Walter Davis is unbelievable, so I'm not going to suggest to sell him. Just work up your MT total, honestly. Play some TTO, play the game. Get yourself... It is not difficult to get yourself 30k MT. Like, it is really not difficult to do that. When you get yourself 30k MT, buy yourself a Lopez or a Bosch at center. And then, like, Bol, you should be worried about more than replacing Gerald Wallace. Because Gerald Wallace holds his own. But, like, is there anyone better than Gerald Wallace for cheaper? I don't think so. Your team's fine. Actually, if you want to find a way to get MT, as much as I love Cliff Hagan, I really like Cliff Hagan. Replace Cliff Hagan with Nick Anderson and use some of that MT to upgrade. Sell Cliff Hagan, sell Bobo, and you should be able to buy Brook Lopez for center. If not, make the 6 or 7k max MT needed. That works perfectly. But this team, I mean, just because of how weak the center position is, I can't give it more than like a 6.8 out of 10. Maybe 7 out of 10 at a push. This is my team. I like to shoot a lot of threes and dunk. Open any suggestions, have 300k. Okay. First players you need to get rid of. Get rid of Divac, get rid of Mikan. depending on how you like to play the game, if you want to pick and pop shooters, obviously Lopez, Bosch, perfect. If you want a big body, I can't even think who'd play at center if you want a big body. Or Sean Kemp if you want a point center. I think who else works? Not really at that budget. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of any. Bench. I mean, I don't mind Aaron Gordon. I do like him. I like Rudy and Richie Jefferson. If Iverson does not have clamps, get rid of him either by, I would say by Chris Paul, but by Fultz. Fultz is just way better than Iverson. Yeah, Chris Paul's 10k cheaper than Fultz, but still, Fultz is, I believe, 10k better. So yeah, honestly, if you can, I like Jefferson. I don't mind Hawkins. I don't mind Gordon. I just get rid of Mike and Divac and Iverson. Fultz, Bosch / Lopez / Kemp. 2 of those 3 at center. Yeah, and you have a decent enough team. But this team, again, you're going to get exposed for having these 2 guys on the floor. They're just, not so much Vlade, but you're going to be really exposed to having Mike on the floor. And then Iverson on your bench. Like, no clamps on Iverson. He's going to be blown by for the whole game. Okay, so 336k, don't really run plays. Like to drive in, kick out. Next gen, but I like playing current gen more. Also have Antoine Jameson in 3 games, and you're going for Byron Beck. Okay, so I'm going to have to assume you're going to get Antoine Jameson, and you're going to get Byron Beck. So, if you get Antoine Jameson, he's likely coming in as your 3 off the bench. I mean, I see no flaws. I really see no flaws. Like, for what Kemp does, you can't get much better than him for cheaper. Boogie's unbelievable. Wayne Embry's unbelievable. Cam, Rudy Fernandez, Markel, unbelievable. Monte Ellis, I'm not the biggest fan of Monte Ellis, but if you like Monte Ellis, he's exceptional. Basically, I'm a mini Rudy Fernandez. Eddie Jones, fantastic. Like, Eddie and Rudy are both incredible, especially on current gen. Isaac and Thurl, I don't like the 2 of them together, honestly. I like both of them individually, don't like the 2 of them together. So I'm guessing you're probably going to take one or the other. And put Jameson at the 3, who Jameson's brilliant. And then when you get Byron Beck, I mean, Beck in for Embry probably. But Embry's still fantastic, because Beck is fantastic as well. So, this is an interesting team here. There's no improvements you should make. Like, there are improvements you can make, probably. Like, with 300k, you can go and buy Jimmy Butler, but it's just not worth it. Like, sit on your MT, keep your players. In my opinion, for the way a lot of people play, Fultz is as good as Stockton. Fultz, for most people, is going to be as good as Stockton. Same with Monte Ellis. And Fultz is going to play, for me anyway, Fultz is going to play as well as a non-badge D Rose. So there's no point. As far as point guards go, I believe that Fultz should be somewhere on everyone's team. A little bit like Bonga last year, where it was like, yeah, Bonga wasn't as good as Giannis. But like, Giannis was like $500,000 and Bonga was 5k. So you're looking at like, one's 1/100th of the price. So you should obviously go for the one that's way cheaper. So that's what I would definitely advise there. Also, as well as that, you don't need to make any changes. This team's fantastic. This is like a 9.4 out of 10. Yeah, it doesn't have the best players, but it's a perfectly structured team. Boogie's unbelievable. Okay. Play current gen. I like the 3 hunt with Larry and Jimmy. How do you 3 hunt with Larry? That must be tough to do. Crawford, D-Rose, badged out and have 1 to 1.5 million to work. Also PC, so cards cost much more. Okay, I have no idea what story is a PC. Like, on PC, you can get Thurl Bailey for 5k MT, but like, freaking Jason Tatum's like 1.8 million. Or Dirk's like 2 million or something. Like, it's ridiculous stuff like that on PC. But, okay, let me have a look. Crawford badged out. Crawford's good badged out. Jimmy's good. I would definitely get rid of Cliff Hagan on this team. It's so weird though on PC because I don't know what you're going to replace Cliff Hagan with. Boogie's exceptional. Thurl's really good. KD's obviously good. Rudy Fernandez is really good. Rudy Gobert. I mean, I would replace Rudy Gobert with Brook Lopez. I personally think Lopez is better, and I know Brook Lopez is like 10k MT on PC. Cliff Hagan. Oh, Eddie Jones for Cliff Hagan. Again, Eddie Jones is 10k MT on PC. Yeah, Rudy Fernandez is better than Eddie Jones, but Eddie Jones is a lot better than Cliff Hagan. So Eddie Jones there. Rudy Fernandez is fine. This is like a 9.5 out of 10. He's a really, really nice team, especially for a purchasable team. Larry, obviously, a beast. Jimmy, a beast. And then Crawford's so fun to use that Treyberg base. So, yeah, this is a good team. It's an overall good team. So, we got a lot of teams left here. Alright. So, this is F2P. I'm guessing PC and current gen. Okay, so this is 2 PCs in a row. Hawks 18, Rimrun have 300k. McHale for Cowan soon. Okay, let's have a look. Your point guard situation, if you've got Clamps and Jamal Murray, it's fine. If not, he's not great. One thing I would say is I would start either Kevin Durant or Kurolenko at the 4. I believe Zion Williamson is great, just at the 3, not the 4. He's too small to be good at the 4, and he doesn't get his same bully ball advantage at the 4. So I would play him at the 3. Either start him at the 3 and move Paul George to your bench, or move him as your bench 3. Start one of Kevin Durant or Kurolenko at the 4. Iggy obviously really good. Once you get Kevin McHale, he's one of the best. You've got arguably the 2 best bigs in the game, in Boogie Cousins and Kevin McHale. I like Isaiah Thomas is fun. That's all I'm gonna say. Isaiah Thomas is very, very fun. Chris Middleton also exceptional. And this is a near perfect team. I mean personally, I'd take Eddie Jones over Iguodala. But if you want Iguodala, that's understandable. Then obviously the center position, and if you've got Clamps and Jamal Murray, this is unbelievable. So 9.6 out of 10. As far as auctionable cards, it's right up there with the best of them. And then once you put McHale in, it's ridiculous. Okay, so no money spent, 1.6 mil. Don't feel need to spend it yet. Run Hawks 2018, Bucks 2018, and run most of your offense for your guards. Glenn and Embry of gold range. Antoine Jameson should be home sometime this week. Okay, so let me see where Antoine Jameson is coming in. I'm guessing for Jalen. Wait, does he have badges on Jalen? Glenn and Embry of gold range. Okay, so I'm guessing, if I'm right, he's probably coming in at the 3 with Cam Reddish onto your bench, or Rudy Fernandez onto your bench and Cam Reddish at the 2. Or is he in for Bobby? That's a close one. I'm not sure. It all depends on your playstyle. If your playstyle is more about shooting, he's better. Jameson's better to come in for Bobby Jones. If your playstyle needs Bobby Jones, then he's probably better for Jalen. Either way, it's one of Jalen or Bobby Jones he's coming in for. Your point guard situation. I mean, you've got 2 ridiculously good point guards. You got 3 ridiculously good point guards. You got arguably 3 of the best point guards in the game. Jonathan Isaac. I mean, I like Isaac at the end of your bench, but is there any point having Isaac? He's just another Bobby Jones. He's going to do the same thing as Jones, so there's just no point having him there. You're wasting empty on contracts. Maurice Lucas. Again, a great card, but again, he's just the worst Bobby Jones. Blake exceptional, Embry exceptional. I mean, this is another really good 9.5 out of 10 team. But yeah, so it all depends really. I would say either one of Bobby Jones or Jaylen Brown for Antoine Jameson anyway. That would be my tip. Okay. Rate my team. No money spent, current gen, got 90k to work with. Run Hawks freelance, pick and pop. But Bosch might replace Isaac since he plays the worst. Okay, so if you're replacing Isaac, let me have a look. If you're replacing Isaac at this stage, just replace him with Thurl maybe. Because he's around 34k. And even if he has gone up from people's videos on him, he'll drop the price, trust me. Your point guard position, fine. Your 2 guard, fine. Small forwards, fine. Power forwards, I'd say this team is perfectly fine. But I do understand where you're coming from not being able to play Isaac with Kemp. Okay, maybe Glenn at the 4. Maybe Glenn would work there. Glenn wouldn't be a bad shout at the 4. So either Glenn or... Glenn wouldn't be bad. In the slightest. But then... obviously, Thurl is really, really good as well. And you're on current gen, so if you're on next gen, Thurl will be a no-brainer because he can curry and stuff. What did he say his playstyle was? Run Hawks freelance, pick and pop with Bosch. Okay, so if you're on the Hawks freelance, get Glenn Robinson. Get Glenn, because he's still quite cheap right now to replace Jonathan Isaac. He's Jefferson's okay. Cliff Hagan's good. Fultz obviously exceptional. Your point guards are fine. Your centers are fine. Your power forwards, your team's fine. It's an 8.7 out of 10, but it's fine. Don't worry. You don't need to worry about it. And you're level 18 right now, so you're fine. Don't. You're gonna get likely the level 40 reward this season if you try for it. Okay, no money spent. Been saving MT since from day one for TTO. Have 956k. Run through point guard and like setting screens. Debating buying Jimmy or a shooting center under 50k. Doing domination soon next gen. Okay, trust me, don't get Jimmy. If you're on next gen, you don't need Jimmy. Like, a lot of people will say this team is awful, but if you've played next gen, you know that this team is fine. I don't mind this team. I definitely, I mean, I like Kemp. Kemp gets ridiculous contacts on next gen. The one player I don't like in this team, I mean, if you like Hito, you can be my guest. Like, Hito's Hito. The one player I don't like is X-Man. Like, again, I would spend that 30k, especially if you're on next gen. I would spend that 30k on Thurl. I'm telling you, that 30k on Thurl, he's a different animal on next gen. Even compared to Thurl himself on current gen, he is a different animal on next gen. Jefferson is, again, another one that's a different animal on next gen. Can Gerald Wallace play it? I didn't think Gerald Wallace played 2, can he? Obviously, I'm wrong. If you're on next gen, get Cliff Hagan. Get Cliff Hagan to 2. I am telling you, he's different. The Hall of Fame range is different. Get Cliff Hagan for the 2 on next gen. If you were on current gen, I would say stick with Gerald Wallace. You're on next gen. Cliff Hagan for Gerald Wallace. Thurl for X-Man. You spent about 50k or so. You've still got 900k left. You made significant improvements to your bench. Okay. Now, I've been super casual playing my team. Mainly play Park, and super lucky with free packs. Okay. First thing. Okay. I'm sorry, but if I saw this team, and I saw, not even if I saw this team, like if I saw this team, this is next gen, isn't it? Yeah, this is, am I right in saying that this is next gen font? I think I am. So, first of all, sell Paul George. I don't know if now is a good time to sell him. And don't only sell Paul George. Sell Paul George. Sell Ben Simmons. Sell Richie Guerin. If you're on, if this is next gen, sell D'Angelo Russell. If I'm crazy and this is current gen, you might be able to keep D'Angelo, but sell those guys. Sell like all those guys, and you're going to be sitting there with a couple of 100k MT, maybe 300k MT. Go get yourself Rudy Fernandez. Go get yourself Glenn Robinson. Go get yourself Brooke Lopez, Thurl Bailey. Like Hero's alright. If you want to keep Hero, keep Hero. Small forward, Scottie Pippen. Point guard off the bench, either Chris Paul or Markel Fultz. And then honestly, just get both of them and get rid of Iverson as well. PG, you can literally buy an entire new team from selling PG, Simmons, Guerin, Russell, and Thon. That could be competitive, but I'm telling you right now, this team is, unless you're very good at the game, this team is not going to be competitive. Like, I would struggle to win games with this team. Like, I like PG, I like Thibault. On next gen, like, I have PG on my team on next gen purely because I like this 2K15 card and it's a copy of that. But personally, I do not believe that PG is significantly better than I think he's maybe better than Rudy Fernandez. And like, that's a maybe with Rudy Fernandez. He's not significantly better than Glenn Robinson either. And Glenn Robinson's cost even cheaper. So yeah, probably sell PG and build around. But like, this team, especially Ben Simmons, Thon, Guerin, D'Angelo, I can't give this team more than a 5. I'm sorry, especially for its price. For the total cost of this team, it's probably a 4 out of 10 because it costs probably the guts of 400k, and it's probably guts of 300k. So yeah, definitely just need to rejig that team. As good as Paul George is, unless you want to build up a bunch of MT, selling Paul George is probably the right decision. Run your offense through big man. Don't take any threes. Any suggestions? Willing to sell anyone? Are you trolling me? Are you trolling? You're trolling me, surely. You run your offense through Bob Lanier. Whenever Bob Lanier, you run your offense through Ben Wallace. This has to be a troll. Dude's got Wade. And he's out here telling me he runs his offense through Ben Wallace. No, this can't be real. This has obviously come from last season. This is not real. This is not... I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. That anyone... Like, if you run through your big man and don't shoot any threes, then what the hell is Tyler Hero doing on the floor? Because and Iverson, neither of those guys play defense. If your actual tactic is run through your big men, then why are you 1 through 4 and not just defensive gods? Like, why do you have Tyler Hero and Iverson there? If that is your tactic, your bench lineup literally has got 2 post players that can't play in the post, a moderately good defensive player in Richard Jefferson, Allen Iverson here who can't guard a tree, although Holiday's a good defender, John Morant who can't guard anyone either, and Kiki Vandeweghe who is one of the worst defenders in the game. This is a troll. I'm refusing to rate this. This is a troll. This is a troll. And if it's not a troll, how the hell did you get weighed? How did you play enough of this game to get weighed with that team and that tactics? So, current gen, like dunking point guard, slashing wins, dominant bigs. Don't have Baron because I don't want to waste time. What do you mean you don't have Baron because you don't want to waste your time on this joke of... Like, wait, like, why? Why are you actually, like... First of all, I'm not the biggest fan of 2K in general. I love it on next gen. Like, this is my job. Why... I'm not even rating your team. I'm not even looking at your team here. Why are you saying you don't want to waste your time on the game, but then asking about tips for the game? You want to buy Thurl. Thurl is great. Thurl is great, but, like, that doesn't make sense. First of all, Baron's long gone. Like, Baron is literally long gone. And you're going to simultaneously ask for tips and also saying that the game that you're playing that you want tips on is a joke of a game. Like, this is my job. If you believe this is a joke of a game, trust me. It is best to just turn off the PlayStation sometimes. It is best, like, if you're not having fun, it's best to turn off the PlayStation. So, get rid of Iverson, get rid of Rudy, get Eddie Jones, and get rid of Ibaka, for Brook Lopez, get rid of Rudy for Glenn Robinson for Glenn Robinson, get rid of Iverson for Fultz or Chris Paul. Next. It's a budget squad that I run, cost me a total of 25k. Like to keep it around 30k max. Use the Celtics playbook, run a lot of pick and roll such pop and set plays. Any tips would be appreciated current gen. How did you get this team for 25k? Wait, what? Okay, I love this one. Okay, so you're a bit like me back in the day. You're a little bit like me when I used to have all the players in the world back in like 2K15. I used to put together a budget squad. First of all, this is not a 25k team. Like, Siakam's out 4k. Like, this is at least 35k. Like, no way is a 25k team. But LaFonso Ellis, get him out of there. Move Jonathan Isaac to the 4 off the bench. Bruce Bowen to the 3. Or either Bruce Bowen or Gerald Wallace to the 3. Other than that, though, it's a nice budget squad. If you somehow manage to pick up all these guys for 25k, you've literally just proved that you actually do not need to you've proved that you do not need to spend money on this game because this team is more than competitive. I mean, this team's like it's like a 7 out of 10 solid. Maybe getting rid of Alfonso Ellis for someone who can shoot the ball a bit better, but this team's like a 7 out of 10. And a 7 out of 10 squad, or it's probably like a 6.8 out of 10. And by me rating it as 6.8 out of 10 means that if I played 100 games with this team online, I'd be confident of winning about 68 of them. This team's not bad at all. It is not bad at all. And I'm guessing you have a much better squad with like Wade and everything in this count as well. It's just your budget team. Good squad. As far as budget players go, the only one I'm iffy on is Ellis. And you got to know how to hide Rex Chapman, but other than that, really good. Okay, so on to our last team here. I run 5 out Bucks playbook on current gen. Looking for a good replacement for RJ in the bench. Already almost at McHale. To replace Jerry Lucas, have a 200k budget. Man, you must be some... I was about to say you must be some demon getting this squad with this team. This is not a bad team. I just don't like Jerry Lucas. Isso's very good. Isso's like Kevin Love with speed and defense. Cowens is exceptional. AK is exceptional. Jerry Lucas, I don't know why. But if you have success with him, keep going. Iguodala is nice. Richard Jefferson's good. Middleton, Fernandez are good. Point guard situation, you better hopefully have Clemson, Jamal Murray. But again, if you've already got Iguodala and you know for a fact you're going to get Kevin McHale, there are no tips that I can give you that should change anything. If you're comfortable with these guys and you know you're going to go 12-0, go for it. Like, you'll be fine. So anyway, yeah, let me give a rating. I'm going to rate this a... I mean, like, if I were to play against this team, it would be one of those ones where I see it in the lineup screen and be like, oh yes, this is going to be a handy win. And then I'd think more about it and be like, this is not going to be an easy win at all, is it? So this is one of those, I was initially looking at it being like, I'm going to give it like 7.5. But no, on a second look, it's about an 8.5 out of 10 team. It's a peculiar team. And don't get me wrong, it's a very, very peculiar team, but it's good. Like, it's objectively good and it's structured really well. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That is it for this week's episode of the Rate Your Squad series. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.